get down.
What's up, guys? So I actually recorded this whole video on my GoPro Hero 3, but I didn't even notice that there's a big scratch on the lens. Well, not scratch, it's actually broken. The lens is broken. So I guess you can say it was finally time for me to... What the hell's going on with my mirrors? It was finally time for me to get a new GoPro. So, and then you're also probably wondering why I have 4 mirrors. That's because I'm testing the 2 little circle ones right here, the 2 rounded ones right here. So checking to see if I can see my blind spots, which, I mean, so far I can, because my mirrors aren't aligning right anymore. So, you know, everything's just falling apart right now. What was I gonna tell you guys? So I remember I did tell you guys that I wasn't gonna I was only gonna post one day last week and one day this week, and here's why. I have actually been studying for my ASVAB, and at first I was gonna actually get into the Army, but what I wanted in the career field, or my MOS, all of a sudden the recruiter said that, you know, they didn't have it. So, see, like, I've been wanting to serve in the Army, in the military, but, you know, I want a career field where I know it'll help me when I get out, you know? So I don't just want to join just to join. I want to get something out of it, you know. I want, I want to serve my country, but I also want to do it where I can be like, when I get out, it'll help me get a career. And what I'm looking into getting for when I get out is I want to be a canine unit for PD. Obviously, you have to start off in the jails, and then you would work your way up to police officer, and then you can cross train into canine and all that stuff. So that's what I wanted to be. So I asked my recruiter for the Army, do you have anything that'll... Well, I did a little bit of research, and I saw that obviously you can become a military dog handler for the Army. And I asked him, do you guys have anything about military dog handling, you know, like the canine units for the military? He told me he has never heard of that. And obviously, I did my research, so I told him, well, I know you have to be in military police, and then you can cross train over to that. And he told me that he doesn't even know what that is. So he right away told me, like, oh, he would think it's best for me to just go into a combat job. And that is not what I want, you know? Like, obviously, like, I know some people are gonna be like, oh, why are you gonna join if you're not gonna get into combat then, you know? But I want to do it the way I like. Obviously, military dog handlers will deploy with military police, and there's also the bomb sniffers, the bomb sniffing military dog handlers. So obviously you're in combat with them, which I don't mind, but that's what I want to be. I don't want to be in combat, I mean, I don't want a combat job. I want that to be in my career. So he really was beating around the bush a lot, which I didn't really like, because I spent months with this recruiter going back and forth, and it just sucked. He let my everything that it was just bad, my motivation to join the military went down and all that stuff. So point is, I put it off. So then I wanted to try again. So this time, Remy. So this time, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna talk to an Air Force recruiter. Obviously, I can't get into the Marines because of my tattoos. I guess my tattoos don't go with the uniform code. So they right away told me no. And also because of my gauges. I took them off a couple months ago, so they're closing, but they told me no. So, I mean, I understand. So, when I went to speak to an Air Force recruiter, he actually asked me, do I have an idea of what I want to pursue, or do I have an idea of what I want to be? That's literally the same thing. But he asked me what I wanted to do in the military, So I told him I want to be a military dog handler, and that's what I've been looking for. So he told me, not a lot of people like this job, but he told me that I would have to do security forces for 2 years, and cross-train over to military dog handling, which is actually okay, why couldn't the other recruiter do that for me, Maybe, I understand, maybe they had spots to fill, but, you can't just beat around the bush for someone like that. So, I took a practice test with them, and I think I got on the ASVAB or whatever it was. I got a 53, an overall score of 53. So, he told me right away, oh, I qualify for that, because I guess the general score is 33. So I was like, okay, shoot, yeah, let's do it. So I was supposed to take my ASVAB today for the Air Force, and keep in mind, I met with him on Tuesday. I met with the Air Force recruiter on Tuesday, and I guess he said that we had to wait for the Army to transfer over my paperwork that I had with them to the Air Force. So I guess they're just delaying it, so I won't find out until Monday. He's gonna let me know. So obviously by Saturday I'm already leaving on my little vacation. So that's that. So that's what's kind of delaying it for me. Also, he also mentioned about my gauges. So while I'm away at my trip, obviously it's too much for me to sew it shut, because it costs $700 per ear to sew up, because it's considered plastic surgery, so it's $1,400 total. So I'm like, whoa, I guess, I was young and dumb, so I regret it. But obviously I'm gonna pay the price by doing TCA acid, so whoop-de-me. So yeah, I've been studying and working out a little harder, so that's why I've been kind of a little back on my blogs. So yeah, so that's so far. Anyways, guys, since I am gonna leave to my trip on Saturday, early morning, I am gonna be vlogging that with the GoPro Hero 5. Now, what I have for my settings for the GoPro Hero 5 black is, I'll tell you, I actually have the 2K image with 24 frames per second, and then instead of the wide point of view, I have the medium field of view. So that's why it should look a little bit more cinematic, or like I'm vlogging, you know. It doesn't give you like that fisheye theme. And then yeah, so that's a little update that I have for you guys. Yeah.